evening. Thank you very much for joining us here on Urban Debate on Mirror Now. I am Heena Gambhir. At 8 p.m. tonight on Urban Debate, I want to begin by showing you these pictures. Watch them very carefully. They will break your heart. Dirty and unhygienic toilets, no water supply, unflushed washrooms, wash basins covered in dust, roof of the classrooms either damaged or broken. Now, these are from 4 schools run by BJP-led civic body in the national capital, or Delhi MCD. Delhi Commission for Women conducted a surprise check of these schools in the national capital to look into the safety and security measures in place for girl students in the wake of recent reports of molestation. And it's a tale of 2 types of schools in Delhi that we want to highlight for you. Look at this, another set of visuals that we have on your screens. On the left are visuals from the schools that come under Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi, posh and swanky, world-class facilities. And on the right are visuals from MCD-run schools, which Delhi Commission for Women claims are filthy and dirty. In fact, DCW, Delhi Commission for Women, has said that these are actually horror houses. That's the word that has been used by DCW. DCW Chief Swati Maliwal says 4 MCD schools were inspected for quality checks and the panel found alcohol bottles, used syringes, drugs, cigarettes and gutka in school premises. Yes, this is the claim by DCW about what is the condition of MCD-run schools in the national capital. At least 4 that were inspected by DCW on 20th and 21st of May. No security guards were present. For children's safety, CCTVs were also not present. And this issue has become the latest flashpoint between 2 political parties, Aam Aadmi Party and Bharatiya Janata Party, with the BJP now claiming that Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi is responsible for the state of these schools. The bottom line is lakhs of children study in these schools. Let me give you another number. 568 schools come under South MCD, 354 under East, and 700 under North. And Delhi Commission for Women has also now recommended FIR on several gross irregularities that have come to the fore. And before I begin my urban debate on this very, very important issue, because once again, it is about the future of our country. It's about the education of the children in the national capital. And politicians continue to bicker. And before I go across to my guests, I want you to listen into what exactly Swati Maliwal of the DCW, Delhi Commission for Women, had to say.
उसी स्कूल के पार्क में, उसी के स्कूल के ग्राउंड में हमने देखा कि शराब की बोतलें पड़ी हैं, यूज्ड सिरिंजेस पड़े हैं, ड्रग्स पड़े हैं, सिगरेट पड़े हैं, गुटखा पड़ा है और कोई एक्शन नहीं होता। ऐसे हम पता नहीं कितने 3 स्कूल्स में और गए जहां पे हमने देखा कि टॉयलेट्स बंद पड़े हैं। भाटी माइंस का एक स्कूल है जिसमें टॉयलेट बिल्कुल बंद पड़े हैं, लड़कियों को और लड़कों को बाहर खुले में शौच करना पड़ रहा है। उसी स्कूल में 9 टीचर्स की जगह 9 टीचर्स होनी चाहिए थी, वहां पे 3 टीचर्स आई। बाकी 6 क्लासेस में बच्चियां बाहर बैठी हैं और उनसे जब बात करी गई तो उन्होंने बताया कि टीचर तो 9 बजे आते हैं। तो ऐसे एक स्कूल से लेके हर स्कूल में MCD के हमने देखा कि कोई सिक्योरिटी गार्ड नहीं है, CCTV कैमरास नहीं है। So I feel that they are running horror homes because वहां पे अगर आप जाके देखेंगे तो आपको लगेगा कि सच में क्या दिल्ली में, देश की राजधानी में ऐसे स्कूल हो सकते हैं।
And joining us on the broadcast this evening is Anuja Kapur, spokesperson of the BJP, Anjali Rai, Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, joining us, Nayan Parikh, who is an educationist live with us, and Professor Akashdeep Muni, who is an educationist also on the broadcast this evening. Good evening to all of you. Thank you very much for joining us here on Urban Debate on Mirror Now this evening. Anuja Kapur, I want to begin the discussion with you. According to DCW, the schools that were inspected by DCW, Delhi Commission for Women, 4 schools specifically run by MCD that comes under BJP are actually horror homes. How will you like to respond?
Heenaji, first I will tell you that it's very sad that on your screen, first of all, you played one-sidedly. I am very ashamed on this that you are trying to again put BJP from your, I don't know who is running from you at the back, but it's a maze. Now I'll show you the reality. See, this is the reality of Delhi government. Go to
first
top.
Miss
No,
Anuja Kapur.
Now I will speak.
First Miss Anuja Kapur, one second. Miss Anuja Kapur, one second, Miss Anuja Kapur. Firstly, I have not shown any one side of the story. I have only shown what the claim of DCW has been. Miss Anuja Kapur, I have only shown what the claim of DCW has been. And I have asked you, what is it that you will like to say on the claims made by DCW? This is not what I am saying. This is what Delhi Commission for Women is saying about the schools run by MCD in the national capital, Anuja Kapur. So if you don't have any answer, there is no point in blaming the messenger. You want to question us?
You are playing one-sidedly. We spoke in Vidhan Sabha.
No, what is the bias here? Miss Anuja Kapur, what is the bias here? Can you tell me?
On this, you are telling me this, that we are...
No, one second, Miss Anuja Kapur. I have shown you what DCW in its press release has claimed today. Anuja Kapur, I have shown to my viewers what DCW has claimed in the press release. And I am giving you the opportunity to respond.
Delhi government, I am exposing Mirror now that they are the ones who was playing one-sidedly.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't think you really heard what I said. And I really don't think you even understood the simple question that I asked. I think I will again ask the same question that I asked earlier, Anuja Kapur. You know, we both are speaking over each other. The viewers won't be able to understand anything. So if you have any, that this is the claim of Delhi Commission for Women, how will you like to respond to what Delhi Commission for Women is saying about schools run by MCD? I am not saying that this is the condition of schools. This is the claim that has been made by DCW. How will the BJP respond?
Delhi government tainted and painted. You shot Delhi government tainted and painted. You knew what was the reality. You knew what was happening in Delhi government school. You knew it. But why did you do that? Why did you show us the true picture of Delhi government? We showed everybody on Twitter. We showed everybody everywhere. Why did you play bias? Didn't you know that there is no vice principal out there? Didn't you know that in Hindustan Times there was a rat which was being found on the midday meal? Didn't you see the television? Can't you open up any of your Googles? See the crumbling of the constructions? You should have shown that. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Let me again ask Anuja Kapur what I asked earlier. Let me once again ask you the same question I asked earlier. Anuja Kapur, do you have an answer or not? This is the claim of DCW. Anuja Kapur, this is the claim of DCW, Delhi Commission for Women. I am not saying it.
This is the reality.
Mirror now is not saying anything.
She is not showing you this. She is not showing you this.
I am not saying it. Mirror now is not saying anything. We are only reporting a story. This is what DCW has claimed.
You lost me. You lost me.
Anuja Kapur, I am asking you. Come on, Anuja Kapur. If you have no answers, you know, it clearly shows you have no answers today on the show. And you are proving what DCW has claimed absolutely right. Let me make it very clear for our viewers. Because, no, what is it? What is it? Then you challenge it, no? You challenge it. If you say that they have planted this story, why don't you challenge it?
At least Heena Gambhir in her show.
Anuja Kapur, if you have no answers, then, you know, it's very convenient to blame the messenger. It's very convenient to blame the messenger.
Very bad and very sad.
It's so convenient to blame the messenger.
In a wrong way. I'm sorry, you go ahead with your show.
Okay. I am not doing anything. I am not doing anything. Anjali Rai, that was a claim by DCW, something that we are showing to our viewers. This is what DCW has claimed. DCW has now recommended an FIR in this particular case. Yes. How will you like to respond to Anuja Kapur?
See, first of all, I'm amazed to see her reaction. She was trying to scare you and make you silent. But pictures don't lie. Everybody has seen it on TV, and it is the truth. She should admit it.
But she
But
should have shown
I don't know.
reality.
She is not ready
No,
to
no, no.
listen.
She should have
Please
shown the
tell her.
reality. You know, you should be ashamed of this Delhi government.
Everybody,
You know what you were doing
everybody
with your
should be.
children. That is
You
why
should not be
Anganwadi
ashamed.
was sitting. That
You
is why
should be
guest vacation
ashamed
teachers were sitting.
of yourself.
That is why
See the
your
way you are
complex
talking.
parent is
See
happy
the
with
way you are talking.
Look into the
I
way you
can't
have done.
compete you.
You are
Sorry.
not giving water, and you are
I
talking
can't
about
compete
MCD is
you
not
in
giving
shouting.
water. Yet is the water duty is yours,
Heena,
not the MCDs.
Heena, I can't
I'm
compete
sorry.
her. Because
Please
I can't
don't
shout
yes.
that much,
Yes,
know.
Delhi government
She's not.
can't compete with MCD. You go ahead. That is
They
what I'm
have,
saying.
they have miserably failed in running MCD on each and every
You
front.
try
And
to
that's
implicate
why
us by throwing
this is
darts,
the
by
reason
throwing
they have
syringes.
postponed the
Because
elections
we
of
tried to
MCD.
expose you. And this is what I tried to expose him also.
But now you are exposed, you know. You were trying to expose us, huh? But you are exposed now. What to do now? Do you have any answer? Please answer no. Please
We are
answer.
15 years in MCD. You are just a baby, okay?
Everybody have seen how glorious those 15 years were. Everybody knows how glorious those 15 years were. Okay.
And that is why.
That's why you were scared and you ran away from the elections. That's why you postponed the elections.
You have nothing
Okay,
to
then
say
you
about
please,
it.
then please
Okay, Anuja Kapur, you know, I gave you multiple opportunities to make your point, to respond to the direct questions. You did not. You were instead busy targeting the messenger here. Let Anjali Rai now complete her point, please.
वो तो आपने ऑलरेडी करके दिखा दिया. आपने व्यूअर्स को बेवकूफ बना रही है. आपने ऑलरेडी एक स्लाइड दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट की पेंटेड करके दिखा दी कि आपको असलियत नहीं मालूम. आप लोग मीडिया में बैठे आप कैसे एक एमसीडी को बोल सकते हैं जब आप दिल्ली
Please tell her to behave.
बताइए,
Please tell her
अगर
to behave.
DCW एक claim कर रहा है,
Please behave.
Anuja
Please
Kapur,
behave.
you know,
Please
one second,
behave.
we can't have this shouting match here. Anuja, one second. You know, shouting, I'm not going to allow this shouting here. I'm sorry, this does not happen on Urban Debate. We have a civil discussion. You've come to my shows in the past as well. We've always had a very civil discussion. That is another question. Maybe today you don't have an answer to the pictures what they are exposing.
Okay, I'll leave. You want me to leave?
Let her leave.
Please. No, I'm not saying that you should leave. I'm not saying, Anuja, that you should leave. I want you to stay. I want you to stay and tell our viewers
She doesn't have anything to say.
Anuja, one second, Anuja. If you will not let me speak, how will you even listen to my question? Anuja, you are saying we are biased. Okay. Anuja, the point is today you do not have any answers. Let me make it very clear. Let me expose you today. You do not have any answers, and that's the reason why you are putting the blame on us.
If you really have a guts, show it.
Come on.
Really have a guts. Show Delhi.
Come on.
Show Delhi
Anuja,
government schools.
please.
Really have a guts.
You know, Anuja, the point is, I asked you a direct question, and if you think that these visuals are incorrect, then I gave you the platform. To tell us what the real story is.
You did it wrong.
That is why I came to you first. But I really don't think you have any answers today. Oh, come on. Anuja, now, you know, it's not going anywhere. Let me go across to my other guests as well.
Next time say I will not sit and mirror now. This is a biased channel and I
You
will not
have
come
also
in this
seen
mirror.
these
No,
visuals.
I'm sorry.
You
don't
have
like
also
me, I don't
seen
like
these
you too.
visuals, Professor Akash. Up to you, Anuja Kapur. I have no problems at all because I know my viewers know what we have shown and we sought answers from you. And instead of responding to those questions, you are questioning us. You are questioning our credibility. This only shows you have no answers today.
You knew that what was
This
happening
only
in Delhi
shows you
government.
have no
Talk
answers
to the
today.
parents.
Okay,
Go
let
and
others
talk.
also get into the debate now.
Look
Professor
about the
Akash
fees.
Deep Muni.
My
Professor,
God.
come on. One second. Anuja Kapur, let others also speak. You know, it can't be a shouting match. It can't be a shouting match. I'm sorry. Let others speak now. Anuja Kapur, please. Professor Akash Deep Muni. Yes.
Thank you, Heena. I request Anuja ji to just let me put my point across. And my point is that the schools in Delhi run by MCD are horror homes. And I'll request your producer to show the pictures full frame so that everybody should see the pictures. All 4 schools are in poor condition. No bench, broken roof, and toilet without water is the condition here. 1/3 teachers, no security guard, drug syringes found with gutka and alcohol bottles inside school premises, while BJP plays with lives of 800 children inside and waits a catastrophic incident to happen and passes a buck. I thank Delhi Commission for Women, Maliwal ji, to have taken action against MCD. Girls are forced to defecate outside while the central government runs Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao and Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Keval Park building can fall any day, which endangers lives of hundreds of children studying there. There is no CCTV camera or guard to secure Aruna Park school. Conditions is really bad. While BJP panelists justifies this condition, they have no idea about the school quality assessment and assurance framework of CBSE, and I request Anuja Kapur to speak on that. From which 2 points are infrastructure and human resource. With broken infra, 1/3 human resource, MCD shows the travesty of education and apathy of common man that BJP espouses today. Will you improve the conditions of these schools? If yes, when? Promise on today, Anuja Kapur, or else do as you always do, pass the buck and go ahead to some other channel to debate. This is my question to Anuja Kapur. Will you promise that these schools will be improved henceforth from now? 800 children, Anuja Kapur. You can smile. You can smile on the lives of the children. It's okay for BJP. It's okay for BJP. No, you are very good at bullying.
It's okay.
It's very good at bullying, you know. So what happens is that you can smile.
There's nothing to laugh at.
What happens?
It is because you guys are music.
Yes.
You guys are so amusing.
And Heena,
that you are criminals.
Nayan Parikh, it is about the future of lakhs of children who are studying in various schools in the national capital.
बीमारी होगी हाँ.
MCD schools are there for so long, and she just imagine that she has to be there.
Professor Akashdeep Muni, 1 second. Let Nayan Parikh now respond. Mr. Nayan Parikh, please.
Definitely.
All of you, please calm down. Let Mr. Nayan Parikh now respond. Okay. Professor Muni, yes. Mr. Nayan Parikh.
Yes. Harsha, I agree that these conditions are not acceptable. And I think even Anuja Kapur, in what she's saying that this condition is not acceptable. But let us also look at what we have in India. In India, we have a serious challenge in terms of government education, unlike United States of America or any other developed economy. So what happens? All of us who are on this debate on this channel, हमारे किसी के भी बच्चे म्युनिसिपल स्कूल में है, सरकारी स्कूल में है, तो सरकारी स्कूलों की हालत इंडिया में खराब है, and we all know that. And I think we all together need to kind of work at it. Now, just to single out these 4 schools, yes, they are the topic of today. But I think essentially I would like to look at a larger picture, and I would want Anuja Kapur to also kind of comment on that, and on which kind of, we all see that not this school or that school, not MCD or government school, but government schools overall in India have a challenge. And हमारे यहाँ जो education government schools में होता है वो बहुत ही निम्न कक्षा का है, और इसीलिए हमारे किसी के बच्चे हम लोग government school में नहीं भेजते हैं. हम debate कुछ भी करेंगे, but would we send our children to government schools? If not, how do we together create a situation where not just these 4 schools or 5 schools, but all the schools of the government come to a different level? I know so many friends of mine in developed countries who would put their children only in the best local, municipal or county schools. Why? Because they are good schools. They are supposed to be the best schools in the country. Can we together, and I would feel that AAP and BJP and all together, and Educationist and you as a channel, how do we take this as a challenge, not only to single out these 4 schools, but schools issue in general? And what all do we need to do? I think the issues that we are facing here, like security has to be there. Now, I don't think anybody would disagree to that, not BJP, not any party. We have a common, I think, interest that all of us look at. कि भाई बच्चों के, मेरे बच्चे जहाँ पढ़ रहे हैं वहाँ बिना सिक्योरिटी के चलेगा? वहां दारू की बोतलें चलेगी, आई थिंक वो अनुजा कपूर को भी नहीं चलेगी, वो मुझे भी नहीं चलेगी, वो किसी और को भी नहीं चलेगी, आपको भी नहीं चलेगी. So, and in that common agenda, I think we are all together. And I think, how do we do that? That is the real situation. And I would like that we spend some time on that. Are we allocating sufficient funds for education? If we don't allocate enough funds, we would have challenge of midday meal, we would have challenge of not sufficient number of school teachers, we would have challenge of school buildings which are in dilapidated condition, कि बच्चे कहीं जाके गिर ना जाए, उसमें दब ना जाए, और हमारे बाकी के सीसीटीवी कैमरा ना हो. I think these are all showing to, one is paucity of funds, second is paucity of sincerity. We would all need to understand that we would need to improve the school. We need to think that if we have to put our children in this school, would we accept these kind of standards? And we don't need any NCW or any other agency to tell us that these are not acceptable, because it is not acceptable to any of us. And therefore, I think let us together work at how do we bring our schools to a basic standard. And for that, none of this is acceptable, whether it is by Delhi government, whether it is by MCD, or whether it is in Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation. But municipal schools education standard across India is very poor. And because all of us put our education focus only on private schools, हमारे ministers के बच्चों के लिए हम लोग कंपल्सरी कर सकते हैं कि वो सिर्फ गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में पढ़ेंगे. जो भी गवर्नमेंट में नौकरी करते हैं, would we make it compulsory for them कि उनके बच्चे प्राइवेट स्कूल में नहीं पढ़ सकते? Do it, and all the schools will improve. At least all the government schools will improve, because मंत्री को खुद को भी अपने बच्चे सिर्फ और सिर्फ म्युनिसिपल स्कूल में या सरकारी स्कूल में रखने हैं. Let us make some structural changes. Let us make some basic norms. And I'm sure all these schools would come up to a level where we don't have to debate these kind of basic things. कि भाई टॉयलेट तो चाहिए ना, ड्रिंकिंग वाटर चाहिए ना, सिक्योरिटी चाहिए ना, ये इसके बगैर कैसे चलेगा?
Teachers भी तो चाहिए स्कूल में पढ़ाने के लिए. That's another point that has been issued. Nayan Parikh, fair point you've made, and I will like Anuja Kapur to now respond. You know, firstly, the point is we need to acknowledge that yes, there is a problem. So today I want to ask you again, are these pictures that we are showing to our viewers that have been given by DCW, that DCW has found in 4 schools in the national capital run by MCD, wrong? Has she put those alcohol bottles in the playgrounds there?
Yes. I'll tell you why. She has fabricated. What has she done? Because we exposed, you know, that we have been on this expert of Pol Khol Abhiyan, and we are doing this. You know that Ramveer Singh Biduri ji and Parvez Singh Sahib open up their Twitters. And I'm telling you this. If you open up, you will know what we are talking. We have gone and we have done this and we have exposed them. So that is what. Why did she do when we did it? This is where the things are. We are only bothered about the cleanliness, what you just said, and that is related to the water. Ask these people who are sitting of Aam Aadmi Party, are they able to provide water for drinking? What are they talking? And they can provide a water for cleanliness. So water is the main thing for providing for cleanliness also. And security, which you're talking, the security has already been talked about. And first of all, MCD, unification has happened now. What they have done? They have taken rupees 13,000 crore. They did not pay us salary. They have put hand to the mouth to MCD. Do you know where is Delhi Jal Board also there? So what are we talking now? And what are we really putting up through? The last panelist who spoke, I agree with him, because I somehow found who spoke in the middle. He did not target MCD. He did not target government. He targeted the schools. And this is how the debate should be. And this is how the things should be. It should not be you pointing fingers at one and then trying to hide the other person. No. Look at the Delhi schools which we are talking about, which we have shamed and named them. They are talking about the drugs. I'll tell you, in Hatsal school, outside, in the park, there are saryas and there are cement. Somebody will die. Have they seen this? We will also show you you come to us now. I'll give you the videos. Put them on your show. So what I'm talking is, please, you are a media. Be unbiased.
Give me the videos.
Please, ma'am,
show me
I'm
the
so
proof.
sorry.
Anuja Kapur, I am unbiased. Let me be very clear here. One second.
Tell you.
Anuja Kapur, the point is, you are saying You are saying you have visuals to show what
Everything
Delhi
visuals,
government
yes,
is
it is
saying
there
about its
everywhere
own
on the
schools
Twitter,
are
on the
incorrect.
Twitter,
They are
on many
false
papers.
claims. Give us the visuals. We will play
Why
it.
should I? You
This
open
is
up, ask
something
your
that
research team
DCW,
to
Delhi
open.
Commission for Women,
Then
has
I am
claimed.
telling you, see, then you want me to never showing you the
DCW has released.
And we have released
No,
everything.
you
It is
were
there
not
on
showing me
on
anything.
the
You were
videos.
arguing
It is
with
there
me.
on the
Anyways,
videos.
so you have
It is there on the
raised, Anuja, you have raised two issues here. One, lack of funds. Second, lack of water. And we know water crisis is a very, very big issue
So
in the
then
national
don't blame
capital.
us,
Posh
and
localities
look
in
at the
Delhi are also not
construction
getting
area when you're
water
talking.
on time.
Construction
Anjali
needs
Rai,
funds.
please respond.
And we asked them about the budget. They did not
Anjali
give us
Rai,
the
please
budget.
respond to what Anuja Kapur
tell,
had to say.
Please tell, Hina, on one side.
Anjali
the
Rai,
chief
please
min-
respond
yes,
to what Anuja has
yes,
raised.
yes,
Two issues,
yes,
lack of funds
yes.
and water.
I want to say that on one hand, chief ministers of other states belonging to the different parties are coming to Delhi to see the best practices of Delhi schools, and they're full of praises for
Only
Delhi
Congress
schools,
people are
and
coming
they
to you.
are to replicate all the good practices in their own states. And on the other hand, we are seeing what deplorable condition of MCD schools are. And Anuja, I don't know, what are you saying that everything we did? So what do you want to say that we removed all CCTV? अच्छा अनुजा आप सुनिए तो सही, क्या CCTV हमने उतार दिए? आपकी टीचर्स जो नहीं आई थी वो नहीं आई।
आप MCD को मत बताइए, आप दुनिया को बताइए, जो आपको वोट देते हैं, आप उनको बताइए।
और सुनिए, पानी, अगर पानी की कमी है,
we have already told it to you. We have told thousands of people.
let me speak. Anuja, please.
He was the only sensible man who spoke in a unbiased way, and I applaud
Let me speak.
Anjali, you're not letting Anuja, you're not letting Anjali Rai complete her point. Let her at least speak. You only heard Mr. Nayan Parikh, and that's why you only remember what he said. Let others also speak. Anjali Rai.
She said that हमने सब कुछ प्लांट कर दिया, तो मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि क्या we removed all the CCTVs? हमने टीचर्स को रोक दिया आने से कि भैया आप अभी नहीं आना, हम लोग इंस्पेक्शन के लिए आ रहे हैं। अच्छा, सब हमने निकाल लिए होंगे, ठीक है।
You're not letting Anjali speak.
Yes.
अनुजा, मैं आपके पास आई थी, मैंने आपको पूरा समय दिया अपनी बात रखने के लिए, अब बाकी लोगों को भी अपनी बात रखने दीजिए. Let Anjali Rai also complete her point. Anuja, this is not the way to have a civil debate, please. Let others also speak.
She said about the scarcity of water in Delhi. I want to tell her that Haryana has to release 65 mgd water, which it hasn't released to Delhi. उन्हें कहिए ना, आप लोग वहां पर रूल करते हैं, दिल्ली को जो हमारा कोटा है पानी का देते क्यों नहीं है? हमें दे। तो आज जमुना सूखी पड़ी है, जाके देखिए तो सही। आप क्यों नहीं कहते हैं?
आप लोग गलत
हमसे नहीं होता वो तो that people
के पास जाके
अगर हम सिर्फ
आप लोगों से कोई काम नहीं होता। पंजाब की हालत आपने बदतर कर दी है, आप रहने दीजिए।
अभी हालत अच्छा अभी बदतर भी हो गई, अभी से बदतर भी हो गई।
पुलिस वाले को यहाँ पे लाके तेजेंद्र पाल को गिरफ्तार करवा सकती हैं, आप इसके ऊपर कुछ नहीं कर सकती हैं।
आप पुलिस से क्या क्या कराते हैं?
आप जाकर
that is the sad reality. When we want to have a serious debate on the future of the children in our country, this is what happens. Political blame game. Nayan Parikh, this is what is happening since morning right now also, when I wanted the BJP to demolish, if indeed it is a false claim by DCW, you have heard what the BJP spokesperson had to say. And I want to give you the last word, Nayan Parikh, now, because if this will continue, how will the situation really improve for the children of our country? How will, we have a prosperous India?
I think you are correct that we need to go beyond our party. So if Anuja Kapur says that just because government of Delhi is also doing a bad job of MCD is acceptable, no, it is not acceptable to us. I am saying that even if both of them are doing a good job, but rest of the country is not doing a good job, it is not acceptable to us. I feel that we would all be glad if the overall situation of government education in India improves. Please understand that half of India lives in kind of 5 to 10,000 rupees a month kind of income. Now they can't afford to send their children to private schools. And therefore, government schools standard across India would decide as to how our next generation would be, how our new Bharat would come up, would depend on how we educate students in public domain, not in private schools. And therefore, we must do everything that is in our hands. We have to make funds available. We have to have people who are sincere and honest, people who would not say that just because somewhere else it is happening, it is okay that it is happening here. Somebody will have to say कि मैं नहीं चलाऊंगा भाई, मेरे यहाँ से standard improve होंगे, बाकी की दुनिया में भले कुछ भी हो. I think that kind of determination that I want to improve the standard of education, and I'll do it with my school. If it is MCD, if it is Government of Delhi, if it is Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation, we will have to start.
And instead of an MCD school being compared with a school run by Delhi government, why don't we have comparisons with the Sanskritis of the country, with the schools where actually, you know, children of elites actually go and study? Why do we have this comparison between MCD schools and Delhi government schools? There are so many other good schools as well in the country, and why don't we have a comparison with them and ensure that, you know, every school in the country, be it a government school or a private school, MCD school or a state government run school, every school is the best for every child in the country. That should be the agenda. I'm completely out of time, but thank you very much all of you for joining us here on Urban Debate on Mirror.